Well, one half of the Metal Up Your podcast is on the phone right now. Ethan Luck, what is up, my man? Long time no
Hey,
see.
I know, man. Listen, the last couple of years, it's a bit of a blur. It seems like yesterday that I saw you, but I don't know how long it's been. Well, technically, I saw you at a show not too long ago
Oh yeah, we did bump into each other. That's right.
at
And it
the
was a glorious reunion.
at Angie's Foo Fighters show.
Yeah, you know it's funny. I went to that show randomly, and I feel like I saw everybody I knew I've ever met in my entire life there. There's
I
actually
know.
one guy in Nashville I don't like, and I was walking in, and I heard him go, "Andy Herrin," and there he was. So
You're like,
everybody
oh
was there.
no, it's Ethan.
Ethan Luck is here. But dude, I love the fact that your guys' podcast. I know I've had you on the show to talk about it before, but Metal Up Your
Yeah,
Podcast it's a Metallica podcast, which I think is so awesome that not only one, you have a podcast about a band that you love, but the fact that there's enough stuff about Metallica to talk about that you guys can continue this on for as long as you have. There's not a
it's
lot of bands you
true.
could say that about.
It's very true. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a very common question we get from people that we don't know that if we randomly talk about it to somebody or whatever. Is yeah they I mean they've been a band for over 40 years now, so there's plenty to talk about, and they're still going. They just announced a new record, world tour, all that stuff, so we're gonna keep it going. But we're celebrating 6 years this month, so
That's crazy.
every
6 years of
Monday, yeah,
podcast.
we haven't missed a Monday in 6 years.
Dude, that's amazing. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Yeah, and including like bonus episodes and stuff. We're like at like 400 and something episodes. Official episodes were at like we're about to put out episode 317 tomorrow.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have like diehard fans of the podcast that like will like maybe like fact check you guys? Does that happen very often with y'all?
We have gotten fact checked on a few things. I mean, it's bound to happen. I mean, when you're putting out an episode that's at least an hour to 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours long, you're bound to get something wrong. You forget stuff or in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like it just happens sometimes, it's like our whole kind of motto from the beginning was we know more than you, we know less than you. And there's always going to be some person out there that is like, well, actually, you said it was, February 6th that they played Cincinnati. It was actually February 7th. It's like, okay, sorry. Why don't you start a podcast about Metallica and see how it goes?
Yeah, no joke. Dude, speaking of being fact checked, I made a joke on Twitter a couple weeks ago and I got pretty roasted pretty hard for this, which looking back, I guess I deserved it. But I made a joke. Metallica keeps getting heavier and heavier when all we truly want is the Unforgiven 3. I had no idea there was an Unforgiven 3 on Death Magnetic, but
Yeah.
man, Twitter sure fact checked me on that.
Oh yeah, man. All you had to say was Unforgiven 4 and you would have been fine.
I know, right? I was so
No.
close to the perfect joke. I
And
really
then,
truly
and
was.
that song is great. Like I don't know if I'm guessing you probably went and listened to it after that. Like, oh
Oh, yeah, I
crap, I
had to.
better go hear it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's of the Unforgiven trilogy. That's my second favorite. And they're
Yeah.
all great. I love that James wrote those. But Unforgiven 3 is great. And then they did their S&M 2 show. He did it by himself with the orchestra, like nobody else in the band. It was really cool.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I love S&M too. Also, another great record back in the day, man. That's amazing.
Yeah,
So you
man.
guys are celebrating this anniversary is going to be coming up at Vinyl Tap this Saturday night. What time's the thing kicking off?
That's right, 7 p.m. Yeah, this Saturday, the 14th at Vinyl Tap. Yeah, 7 p.m. It's going to be a good time. We did anniversary parties. It was just kind of a random idea we had after the first year. We're like, hey, it'd be cool to do like a party, like Metallica night. That's kind of what we build it as, just to get some more people in there that maybe weren't familiar with the podcast. And it went great the first year. The second year, it worked out perfect where we planned it. And we do it every January, almost every January. We didn't do it for 2020 and 2021, but
Yeah.
the second year was amazing because it happened to be the night before Metallica played Bridgestone Arena. And so we kind of became the official pre-party of the show. Where I mean, we used to do it at the Cobra, and it was so packed until like 2 in the morning. And we figured now that things have chilled out in the pandemic world, we wanted to bring it back since we missed the last 2 years. So and I've been hanging at Vinyl Tap a lot more. Todd, the owner, I know he's actually my neighbor,
Oh,
and
nice.
I thought, man, this would be such a great venue for our podcast party. We're all big vinyl nerds. Not only me and Clint on the podcast, but a lot of our listeners. We've got a Discord server where there's a vinyl channel, and so there's people always talking about that kind of stuff. And we thought this would be such a great spot to do it. So I cruised down there one day and talked to Todd about it, and he was like, "Dude, this is an awesome idea. We've never had anything like this at Vinyl Tap," and so I secured this like 3 months ago or something like that, just to make sure, because it's a Saturday, so you never know what kind of events are happening at different venues.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's amazing. Do you own? I know you own a lot of vinyl, Ethan Luck. Do you own Metallica's entire catalog on vinyl? I
I,
assume you're probably
oh
up there in
yeah,
the.
oh yeah, totally, yeah. Now I don't have everything. Like, I mean, I used to have a couple bootlegs and stuff like that, but I never listened to them ever. A lot of bootlegs usually sound terrible. Um,
Yeah.
and so I've got another friend who I met through the podcast named Chris, who is a huge collector of all things Metallica, and he ended up wanting those, so I sent those to him. But I have all their studio releases, Garage Inc., both S&M, live records, all the official release stuff. I've got all that all that.
That's awesome. The true
Yeah.
vinyl collector, Ethan Luck. I love
I'm
that.
I'm a nerd with vinyl, man. I know there's a lot of vinyl nerds out there that have like thousands and thousands of pieces, but I'm just about to hit that 1,000 mark.
Oh
So,
man, you should have another party for it then, and you should play your private collection at the party.
man, I thought about, so I have like basically like the party will go from 7 until basically whenever they close, or if it starts to clear out. So I've got a playlist that is about 6.5 hours long of just Metallica stuff. So it's everything from
That's
every
awesome.
record to covers to whatever. It'll be fun. But I thought it would have been cool to have somebody actually like DJing just Metallica vinyl all night. But maybe next year, I guess. So this will just be a playlist just playing all night. It's gonna be cool, man. We're about every hour or a little less, we're gonna get on stage and do some giveaways. We've got a ton of stuff that people have sent us over the years. Just random Metallica memorabilia, just little collectible things, nothing crazy high priced or anything like that, but like show posters, stuff like that. And so that's what we've done every year for the party, is that we have just a big spool of raffle tickets, and they're free. Everything's free. Doesn't cost anything to get in. The raffle tickets are free. We're gonna have a merch booth set up with some of our merch, some of our personal recordings and vinyl, my solo record, Clint's solo record, stuff like that. And people can just win cool stuff. So we're gonna do that like 4 or 5 times throughout the night. So you can come down and have a couple beers. They're gonna do a specialty cocktail with blackened whiskey, which is Metallica's whiskey.
Oh hell yeah.
They do, and you can come down, have a few drinks, hang out, get some food. The burger truck will be open outside, and you can walk out with some free prizes.
I love it. We'll all get together and celebrate Metallica together as we should. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, dude! It's gonna be fun, man. I know you're gonna come down. We got some special guests too, like Joe and Lizzie from Hailstorm are gonna come down and hang out.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
Jay Weinberg from Slipknot is tentative. It's looking like
Oh,
he'll probably be able
cool.
to come down and hang out and do some giveaways with us. And
Nice.
yeah, we just we call in all the favors to the friends of the show and stuff like that, and just personal friends in general. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a good time, man. We got a lot of people flying in from out of state. We got people flying in from Canada and stuff. So we're hoping to pack it
That's
out.
amazing. Yeah, I love that. Right on. Well, this Saturday night, Vinyl Tap, Metal Up Your Podcast, Ethan Luck, Clint. It's going to be a great time. Ethan, it's always a blast to have you on the show, man. Real quick, what's the rest of the year looking like for you as a solo artist? I know Lisa and Memory are kind of on hold right now. I see Super Drags back together doing their
Yeah.
thing. So what's Ethan Luck doing right now?
Well, yeah. Well, Lisa Memory is something I love. I play in the live band, which I love
Mhm.
doing. But I mean, no matter what John and Brandon are up to in general, it's so part time. We might do one show a year,
Ooh, yeah.
But no, I've for the last year and a half, I've been on the road playing with a newer kind of country Americana rock artist named Morgan Wade, who is
Yeah, I've seen
awesome,
that.
killer songwriter, sweetheart of a girl. We've been on the road together, yeah, for about a year and a half now, and this is going to be a real busy year for her. We're doing our first headlining club tour. That's new to her. She's headlining. I mean, I can't remember how many shows there are, but I mean, we'll be on the road for like 7 weeks, and I think all but like 4 shows are sold out already, and they've added
Oh, it's
nights.
amazing.
Man, she sold out 2 nights at the Ryman in
Oh,
April,
wow.
which, yeah, it's pretty wild. So it's really cool to be a part of. So I started on guitar with her. I'm actually on drums now, which is cool. I hadn't toured as a drummer in a long time, so it's been really fun to do that.
Yeah, I feel like you're a lesson in this city. You should learn how to play all the instruments because you always pop up and play all these different things. And if you can learn everything, then you're kind of golden. So I love that. You're the
That's
spokesman for that.
that's why I got bad grades in school, man. All I want to do is come home and play guitar, and then you meet a friend who has a bass, and you're like, "Oh, teach me how to play that. I'll teach you how to play this." And then same thing with a drummer friend, and I don't know, man. All of it stuck.
Yeah, I love that because I feel like when I first met you like 10 years ago, you were playing drums and I didn't know you played anything else. I remember whenever you sent
Yeah.
me like your first stuff, the solo stuff you'd sent me back in the day. It might have been like Leave You Behind or one of the ones before that, maybe even.
Yeah.
But I remember being surprised. I was like, oh, this drummer sings and plays guitar as well. What is he thinking? I had no idea. But I love that,
You should have
man.
done air quotes when you said sing. Yeah, I mean, guitar is my first instrument. You know, I started playing guitar when I was 11, and then started picking up other instruments along the way. And really, it's those three and lap steel guitar.
Yeah.
I own a trombone from an old bandmate of mine, Dan, and but I've never actually learned how to play it.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I
And how
should
does it
start
feel?
now.
Yeah, you should, man. Ska revival's coming back. They say
No
it's the next
problem,
big
man.
thing all over again, man. There you go.
That's apparently that's the rumor. I mean, the Interrupters are doing a great job.
Yeah, they're
You know?
huge. I got a buddy who knows some of those guys, and I guess some of them were in Sugar Ray at one point in time.
Oh, really?
And
I
they
didn't know
left.
that,
Yeah, and they left Sugar Ray just to get that band going. And my friend was like, "Yeah, they left Sugar Ray a solid gig to start a ska band. They're idiots." And now, boom, look at them.
yeah. I mean, listen, if anyone likes, kind of 90s era rancid bouncing souls, all that kind of stuff, they're doing a great job. I love that band.
Yeah, I do too. Look no further than the Interrupters for sure, man. They're great.
Yeah.
How's it feel doing the club thing again? I know obviously you had done the Kings of Leon thing for quite a few years, playing in their backing band, and you play with all kinds of bands at different levels. How's it feel to go back to doing clubs versus doing like the big arenas and amphitheaters? Do you like going back to where it all began?
Yeah, dude. I mean, clubs will always be my favorite. I mean, I've been fortunate to play shows in arenas or stadiums or amphitheaters, and those are all really fun and a good time. But there's nothing like a packed club, man. I mean, you've done it, and it's the energy in a room like that. You can't. I mean, of course, if you're a band like Metallica and you have the entire stadium singing "Creeping Death" back to you, that's going to be
Yeah.
an amazing feeling. But to me, there's nothing better than playing a club, like a 1,000 to 2,000 cap room, or even smaller. I mean, I've played, packed shows at, Exit In, rest in peace, or the End or whatever, and I always love doing that, and so I'm really looking forward to this club tour. We're doing a lot of really cool rooms. Most of them I've done, a few I have not, so it's gonna be fun, man. No complaints from me.
I love it. Right on, man. I'm glad to see you out there rock and rolling. Ethan Luck, go check out the party this Saturday night at the Vinyl Tap, 7 p.m. Metal Up Your Podcast. And dude, open door policy for bands I like on this show. You know the drill. You're always invited to show up and knock on my Zoom cam, and I'll let you in, my friend.
I'm actually in the parking lot right now. This is a fake background.
I had a feeling this was just a van you were in.
This is my van. I'm down by the river.
Podcast van.
Yeah, I'm over outside the Buzz studio right now, even though it's being renovated.
I love it. No, it's totally all good, man. You hang out there as long as you want.
Perfect. I live here now. So.
Love it. Right on, man. Well, I will see you soon, my friend.
Absolutely.